Hey guys, Romeo here. So for today's video, I've got a really interesting project that I want to walk you through. And so as you can see here in this document, basically, so this workflow is called export account transactions from Xero and uploading CSV to Asana. So basically, the client has this workflow where their team marks tasks as incomplete in Asana once the project is done. And what they need was every time that happens, a financial report from Xero should automatically get generated and attached directly to that completed task. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. The specific report they originally wanted, which is the general ledger report, isn't actually accessible through the Xero API. So part of this project was figuring out a workaround that still gives them the same data in the same format. And we landed on the account transactions report, so which mirrors the general ledger detail report that they want. And it works perfectly for their use case. So what I'm going to show you today is the full automation from the trigger in Asana, pulling the data from Xero, formatting it to match their native CSV export, and attaching that final file back to the task automatically. So let's get into it. So I'll just want to explain what each of this action, what each of this action does in make.com. So this one, it's pretty straightforward. So this is going to watch for any completed tasks in Asana. So this is that. So this is the Asana account. And then it's going to make an API call to get all the bank transactions and with a specific date range, which is January 1 to December 31. And then so I've added a router here just to make the whole workflow more efficient. So once it gets all the bank transactions, it's going to iterate it and logged all these bank transactions into a Google Sheet. So this is the Google Sheet. And then while it's doing that, this timer is already going to begin. So once the timer is done, and once the bank transactions has all been successfully logged into the sheet, we want to get all those data and transform it into a CSV file and upload that CSV file to that task that's just been completed. And we want to clear out the data again so that it can be reused every time a new task is completed. So let's test it out. Let's go here and let's mark this as complete. And then let's go to here and let's hit run once. So let's go here. So as you can see, it's logging all the bank transactions. And yeah, it's going to wait for 60 seconds. All right, so the timer now is completed. So everything looks okay. Now let's go back here in Asana. So this is that task. Let's open it up. So as you can see here, the bank transaction has been attached. And let's double check if the CSV file has the correct data. I think I'll download it first. All right. Import. Right, that's it. Looks like we have we have the data that we need into that CSV file. So it seems like the automation is working correctly as intended. So yeah, and that's it. It's clean, fully automated, no manual steps needed. And yeah, if you want automations like this built for your business, workflows that saves time, cut out the manual work, and just run in the background while you focus on what matters, you can book a call with me at rzautomations.com. I'll see you in the next one.